Hello and welcome to the 2015 two-player print and play contest hosted by Board Game Geek. Today we are learning about my own entry into the contest, Meta Trading In. It is taking LCR and turning it into, let's see here. What is it turning into? Oh, boy. Let's see. Turning it into something else. Let's see if I can share a screen. Anyways, I don't want to restart this whole thing, but I could share this screen. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Here's my beautiful work desk with all sorts of interesting things in there. Pay no attention to this thing that says GA there. All right, so you have your port location cards, and in there are hidden objective goods. And so I took the goods chips that they give you with LCR and I added different 7 different types of goods. And there they are. I put some tape on them to protect them from, being flipped and used a lot. It's working out really well. Of course, I've played with one non-gamer. It was very interesting. So LCR, if you don't know, is a simple beer game where you're trying to hold on to your chips and the letters make you pass them away, and 3 dots would retain them for you. And the fact that there's no depth or value to the game is a big part. It comes in a very attractive little tube, which kind of pulls people in to make the purchase. 3 dice, 25 chips, I believe. Cost effective. Okay, so that's that game. I've taken it and I turned it into a dry Euro, where we're gonna have these cool little boat design where maybe I should switch this over to my own screen here real quick. All right, you got these cool boat designs where you turn these tokens in there. I made them tokens. And you fly from port to port, delivering goods, and then revealing one of the chips to claim ownership of that card. And I'll show you what that looks like here. All right, so we're here at this port. We roll a C. We say we're going to use it. We check a chip that's at that port in the first, or wherever you want. You can check it. You can only reveal the one in the bottom most spot. You check it. Okay, I saw that it was a coin, silver coin. And then you would trade with the middle. Let's say there was a middle coin out there. And if you add value to the center, you would get half the food of the value. Put it into the middle. You get half the food into your storage bin. Here's my little storage thing. I'm starting with I think start with 4. Goes up to 6, of course, D6. It's hard to see that 4. Anyways, so there's a 6 coin here for this illustration. And I'm going to tear out some of the value and have to pay food. So the way that would work would be on a second turn. So I would check the chip, and then on a second turn, I could, of course, I have to give the other player the food. You can't give them the other player the same dice you're using unless it's a 3 of a kind. All right, so there it is, 3 of a kind. 3 of a kind is a wild, and I can either store 3 food onto my dice, which I could only store 2 right now, Or most of the time, you're going to want to use the 3, 2. Invoke the wild, which is the only way you can trade with the middle. Now, I don't have to match the good type of the card I'm taking. I just have to match the value. If I can't do that, I have to pay 1 food per every value I remove from it. So for this demo, I will try to find a card that would remove some value. I'm taking a 6 coin and replacing it with a 4 oil. It's like well, blubber, whatever. And I would take that card and put it in my boat. Wherever. Can't see a boat, can you? All right, my boat. Maybe my boat's over here. Out in front of you. You put the card out in front of you. So from there, I will. Of course, the other player would get a food. And you share a die when you roll 3 of a kind. They would roll, give me an R because I can't use it for rotate or reveal, and they would take 2 food for themselves and add 1 to create a wild and start trading with the middle, probably. And I would roll, and they would go first. I would give them an L for launch and land, and hopefully they can't do anything with that. And I would do a C, which is card, and that means you can check a chip or play a card. So I'm going to play that card in my boat to the port. There it is, 6 value, potential 6 value. Down there. Okay, it's the other player's turn. They roll. They got a wild. They can do whatever they want. I think in a cutthroat game of heavy-duty players, the other player may chase over. I didn't pay down the food cost that when I traded that a while back. All right, so I'm down to 2 food. Okay, they gave me a food because they had to. I'm like up to 3. They are using the wild to either trade with the middle, which is hard, really good thing. Store 3 food, which I doubt. And then if they're a cutthroat player, they would use it to move over to my port to try to mess with me. The problem, or they could actually steal the value. So this is terrible. Oh, man. So I'm in charge of giving them something. And I'd be in big trouble if because I have 2 reveals and a food. So I give them a food, and they would use the wild action to do a reveal and probably end up stealing my port. Man, that's not good. So they would claim it, and they would say maybe it was their home port. I don't know. Let me put that down there. That's great. Okay. So, anyway, looks like it's going to be a cutthroat game. So I'm at the port there with them. And so I can take well, man, that set me spinning. I've never done that before. I need to play test this before I start recording. So I'll take a wild action, knock this down to pay 2, knock this down to 1. And then, where's this? Okay, so there's 1. And I will, I'll just gamble and play I don't even have a card. So, do a wild action. Anyways, I got sucked into playing my own game. Let's see. Put a 2 here. Get a 3 back. Pay food. I don't even have a dice anymore. Down to 0. All right, so I'm in trouble. Another player rolls. They give me a C. No, I think they gave me a C, and I play the card down there, and I'll gamble, trying to ruin their game. It's their home port. Damage is done with 7 points already invested in there, already qualified in there. So maybe they take the 2 food and 1 more to do a wild. Maybe check this chip. And I was checking a chip. Looks like they'll be able to get some points out of that. 2 more points out of that eventually. All right, so that went badly. I think you're going to have a lot more strategy than just to have a huge, heavy hitting card there with showing all the value. You might want to be strategic and rotate the chips. Protect yourself against that ever happening. That's pretty crazy. It shouldn't be a problem. That's just that I'm a noob at my own game. I think you can strategically get away from that. And even with that, the port was stolen from you. The fact that it was the highest card in the game was a weird scenario. So anyways, on a cutthroat game, people probably be chasing each other around quite a bit, using the card actions. I've never used the card actions in that game I played. I just try to do a simple, I played with a non-gamer. We got through the entire game, and let me switch over here. So we got through the whole game in 45 minutes. You can tell how dry it is. I don't know if I enforced the constraint of only the first chip in the row being revealed, and that revealed chip in the front being forced to be applied to the first card in the board. So I didn't do that. The game was pretty fun. You know, you saw me get pulled into the game, actually playing it. I got sucked into it. Anyway, that's the game has to do with protecting your home port's value. The 2 sister ports, you need value in there, but not more than your home port. And the total, all 3 port value, if it qualifies with the home port being the most value, is the winner of the game. So that's that. Anything I miss on this game? Rotate 2 port goods 2 times, I guess. I don't know. I'm reading some of the actions. Gain 2 food. Gain one food. I guess you're using that to block someone from using that card. Change your port card. That's a huge one. Change your port card. Oh wait, that's not port ownership. That's just a port card. Okay, well, change your port card. So you really can't do a take that action to someone else. Spend 1 food to re-roll until you take food or an action. You can spend food until you get what you want. Spend another food, keep rolling until you get what you want. You might want to get the roll just so that the opponent has the wrong die that you're allocating, and then you have what you feel like you want for what it's worth. Here's the same action again. Change a die. +1 action. Oh. You can change the die to be something that makes a wild, maybe, and then you still get the action. You don't get 2 actions total. So take 2 more wild actions. So here's a worthless card. It has a very valuable action on it. So I guess that was good on the initial trading mechanism I had in the game, where it was go fish type thing, where you're holding each other's cards. And if you get something with little to no value, which this card is, it's 1 fish and a 0 oil, you would get a really cool action out of that. The guy's like, haha, you know, I really got you. And then you can spend that. Okay, that's wrong. Plus, here's a motorcycle. When I was doing the trading with the other player, the cards would have been the action cards would have been from your hand, so you've been blocking people from getting cards. So you really wouldn't care if you blocked somebody from getting the worst card. So that card had the best action. So I try to avoid the blocking of the best cards. So the best value cards that you would have for someone else would have worthless actions that you wouldn't want to spend. That was how these actions were applied. 28 cards, 4 copies of 7 goods on each, repeated twice. Each has a value of 1 through 6, and the other side is always, bottom side is always 0. So that you can apply, you know, a 0 card to the port level 3 and still get 3 points out of it. No negative points for misplacing goods and messing up goods and ports in case someone comes and attacks your port. You're not going to get negative value. You're just going to get 0 more value. So the cool thing is that someone might come into your port and add value to it, gambling that they can increase the value of your sister port beyond your home port and eliminating you from the game that way. You know. So I think that is strategic, but makes it appearance of luck base. You know, I don't know why I lost. He went and upgraded my sister port. So, okay. A lot of strategy to the game that is undiscovered, and I hope playtesters come in and punch holes in the game or solidify the value of it. Just a heads up, I'll probably have one more scheduled interview coming up, and I'm pretty excited about who's coming on for their I don't want to say names in case it doesn't go through, but look forward to that. It should be good. And other than that, I hope you guys are having fun with the contest. Please email me or geekmail me if you want to have your entry highlighted in this way. I hope people are getting something out of it. We're getting about 20 views or more per video, and those are colleagues. So that's what's exciting about it. There's no way that potential people that are going to print your game out and other colleagues and contestants are looking at your video. So it's been exciting. Let me know what you guys think of this so far. All right. Talk to you later.